Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Digital Monday. My name's John LaDrew. Do you remember last week when we talked about the three things you need to do to make sure you get good quality prints every single time? One, have a good nozzle check. Two, pre-treat properly. And three, use a good quality shirt. Well, in this episode, we're going to talk about the pre-treat properly part. So I'm going to teach you how, when printing on one of the more difficult shirts, a heathered blended garment that has a tendency to stain. We're gonna address this staining issue. This is gonna be a real similar technique that you would use across all colors, all blends, brands that are staining. Some staining is inevitable, but in a lot of cases, we can mitigate it or get rid of it. And I'm gonna teach you on a 60-40, so this is 60% cotton, 40% polyester. I'm gonna teach you how to knock down that staining so you don't see it here. Let me show you an example on these shirts. So this one, same shirt, 60-40, pretty good. Very little staining, if any at all. And then here, it's pretty evident that we have some serious staining. So I'm going to teach you how to get rid of this every single time and get this more consistently. The way we do that is we reduce concentrate and we speed up the spray a little bit. So this was done, typical shirt, like I would do like on a typical black shirt, 50-50, and then a decent amount of pre-treat spray. All I've done to reduce that is less pre-treat, so more water, less concentrate, and I sped it up a little bit. So you can see the whites are still pretty much the same. I mean, the vibrancy is really similar. The only difference is I have staining here and no staining here, and that's because I reduced concentrate. So I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. Let's get into the details. All right, so here are the tools to get the job done just right. We are using distilled water. Distilled water is best because there's less mineral content, and when you take it to the heat press, there's going to be less crystallization. So we want to just make sure our water's pure and clean. A little mixing bottle, and then I'm using Universal Pretreat by EcoFreen here. You can also use Epson Pretreat. The technique that I'm doing is the same between pretreats, so it doesn't matter which one you use. You're gonna get very similar results. So what I would typically do on a dark garment is 50-50. So I'm 50% water, 50% concentrate. And I'm going to do that for you quickly just so you can see how that 50-50 will stain the shirt. So here's my 50-50 attempt. This is round trip 4. I'm going to start that. Notice that there's a lot of pre-treat going down there. Let's dry it. And we'll see how much staining comes out. Done. Let's see if we have any staining. Take this off and set her down here. Yep, pretty evident there's staining there. So that's 50-50. If you're seeing that, follow these next tricks. We'll keep it from happening. You see that staining is pretty evident. What I want to show you now is how we're going to mix this a little bit less. So we're going to do maybe 60% water, 40% distill pre-treat. I might even go like 70% water, 30% pre-treat. That'll help reduce our staining. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So speed up our spray a little bit. So we're going to go 700 milliliters of water and 30 milliliters of pre-treat. And so when you do this, I want you to think about having a nice mixing container like this so you can get kind of accurate, though it's not that particular, pretty accurate settings, and then or accurate measurements. And then when you're done with this, find another container that you can put a lid on and just label it 70-30. You'll have a 70-30 that you're ready to for pre-treating whatever you want. Make sure you shake up your pre-treat well before you mix it. Got to do that. And then put it in your water bottle. All right, so we'll spray this now. Pre-treat technique's going to be different. So you noticed last time I was round trip 4. This time I'm going to be speed 4. So I'm just going to do speed 4, just hit it one spray. And as you saw, I had my concentrate reduced to 70-30. So let's spray it. Nice fast spray. All right, so let's take a look and see if we have any staining on the 70-30 with the quick spray. Quick spray 70-30. All right. So looking at this, looks pretty good. I don't see maybe just a little, but very barely anything at all, which will usually wash out, but look how noticeable that is on the 50-50 fast spray. All right, so let's put these on here and see what we get. All right, so I have my stained gray shirt on here. I have it, that's the 50/50. We're going to go level 5 and dark color shirt, so we're going to print black, and let's print that. Change the art a little bit just so, you know, try something new. You guys saw this, the hockey mask one. Let's do this tattoo looking one. See how that looks. All right, so this is going to be ready to go. Here, I'm going to open up this cover so we can watch her print. And this is a little hack just to keep that sensor. So now I can print with the cover open. Don't tell Epson I told you that. Color's looking pretty good. So we have some nice bright colors on that 50/50, what you'd expect. So here's our 50/50 coming off the heat press. Or, yeah, 50/50 pre-treat. Looks really good. Colors are nice and bright, as we would expect. But notice the ridiculous amount of staining. Now again, that will wash out, but if you're putting this right in the box, it's a lot of staining there. Same settings in Garment Creator that we did on the other shirt. So level 5. This is now a 60/40 print. Let's see how she looks. 70/30 pre-treat. 70/30 pre-treat. Those colors are nice and bright. And this is on the 70/30. See, it's not important to have a ton of pre-treat now. You still get good vibrant whites in colors if you reduce your concentrate. All right, let's take a look. Let's do a side-by-side comparison here. Here we go. All right, here is our 70/30. You can, I mean, just barely see a little bit of staining. It looks a little different in the video than it does in person, but that is pretty minimal. And we have reduced this so much, and look how still bright those colors are. And here's the difference on the 50/50. You can't even tell the difference in the print. So, solution here: 50/50 pre-treat, too much pre-treat; 70/30 pre-treat, extremely mitigated staining. It's just hard to tell. You could probably even go 80/20, something like that. 80% water, 20% concentrate. But the solution is reduce your concentrate, get better, just as good prints, use less pre-treat solution, and get less staining. So how to mitigate? How many times have I said mitigate staining in this video? Bing, 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 mitigate staining. Anyway, reduce it, mitigate it, even eliminate it. If you reduce concentrate just right, still get great quality prints. Very little staining, if any at all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys.